Good day, this is Leadership TV News at noon. I am Cynthia Onwado. Today is International Women's Day, and the United Nations set aside March 8 every year to celebrate the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women globally. The day also calls for action to advance gender equality. The theme for this year is Invest in Women, Accelerate Progress, which also emphasizes on tackling women's economic disempowerment. The campaign theme for International Women's Day 2024 is Inspire Inclusion. This year marks the 49th anniversary of the United Nations recognition of International Women's Day, first celebrated in 1975. The doodle, illustrated by artist Sophie Dao, pays homage to the historic Women's Day demonstration in St. Petersburg and New York City, which advocates for fair employment, suffrage, and the right to hold public office, highlighting the significance of International Women's Day as a catalyst for progress. Google Doodle underscored the ongoing need to celebrate women's achievements, foster discussions and gender parity, and support women-centric initiatives. Still on the International Women's Day, the number of female genital mutilation survivors tops 230 million worldwide, UNICEF said in a new report on Thursday, an increase of 15% since 2016 despite progress against the practice in some countries. It is indeed bad news. This is a large number, a number that is bigger than ever before, said Claudia Coppa, lead author of the report released to coincide with the International Women's Day. Female genital mutilation, known as FGM, can include partial or total removal of the clitoris as well as the labia, minora, and suturing of the vaginal opening to narrow it. FGM, which can cause fetal bleeding or infections, can also cause long-term consequences such as fertility issues, childbirth complications, stillbirth, and painful sexual intercourse. Africa is home to the most number of FGM survivors, with more than 144 million, ahead of Asia with 80 million and the Middle East with 6 million, according to a survey of 31 countries where the practice is common. We are also seeing a worrying trend that more girls are subjected to the practice at younger ages, more before their 5th birthday, UNICEF Chief Catherine Russell said in a statement. That further increases or rather reduces the window to intervene. We need to strengthen the efforts of ending this harmful practice. Progress needs to increase to 27 times the current level to eradicate the practice by 2030 as called for in the UN's Agenda for Sustainable Development. Moving on now, Vice President Kashim Shettima on Thursday inaugurated the Intergovernmental Committee on Carbon Market Activation Plan in a bid to create a blueprint to drive an efficient, sustainable carbon market ecosystem. This is in fulfillment of the promise made by President Bola Tinubu to reduce Nigeria's carbon footprint, as well as plans by the federal government in collaboration and support of the Africa Carbon Market Initiative to tap from the carbon market, which has an estimated value of $2.5 billion. The inauguration of the committee, chaired by the executive chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, Zach Adedeji, followed the creation of the Intergovernmental Committee on Carbon Markets by the President at the COP28 in December 2023. Inaugurating the committee at the presidential villa in Abuja, Shettima, in a statement by his spokesman Stanley Nkwocha, said the move is a justification of the Tinubu administration's focus on natural gas and a transition fuel. The federal government has commenced the construction of the 700-kilometer Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway and maintenance of critical bridges in Lagos. Minister of Works, Engineer David Umahi, during the official handover of the first phase of the project, said government would not allow variation arising from delays or slow pace of work once mobilization had been done. The Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway runs across 9 states with 2 spurs leading to the northern states. A statement by the Special Advisor media to the minister, Barrister Orji Uchenna, said the first phase, which is to be constructed in concrete pavement made up of 47.47 kilometers dual carriageway, has been handed over to High Tech Construction Company Limited. The minister, who was in company of the Controller, Federal Ministry of Works, in charge of Lagos State, Engineer Mrs. O.I. Kesha, emphasized the need for on contractors handling federal government road projects to deliver within record time. And now President Bola Tinubu has approved the indefinite suspension of the Managing Director and the CEO of the Rural Electrification Agency, REA, Ahmad Salihijo Ahmad, alongside 3 executive directors of the agency from office. According to a statement by the presidential spokesman Ajurin Gilali, the decision was in light of new findings unearthed during a comprehensive investigation into the financial activities of REA. Also suspended were Olani Alaba Netufo, Executive Director, Corporate Services, Baraka Sajo, Executive Director, Technical Services, and Saadatu Balgo, Executive Director, Rural Electrification Fund, REF. Furthermore, Ngilali said President Tinubu has ordered a wider investigation into the conduct of the officials in a fraudulent expenditure amounting to over 1.2 billion naira over the past 2 years, some of which has already been recovered by anti-graft agencies. The Lori Zulao Command of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) has arrested 48 suspected internet fraudsters and an herbalist for offences bordering on conspiracy and obtaining under false pretense in Lokoja, Kogi State. The suspects were arrested on Tuesday following credible intelligence at various locations in Lokoja. The herbalist, believed to be a spiritual godfather of the internet fraudsters, was arrested with various fetish objects. Items recovered from the suspects include 10 exotic cars, 2 motorcycles, 11 laptop computers, 83 mobile phones and charms, according to a statement signed by the head media and publicity of EFCC, Dele Oyewale. Oyewale said the suspects, all males between the age of 17 and 34, will be arraigned in court upon conclusion of investigation. A Super Moshak trainer aircraft belonging to the Nigerian Air Force was on Thursday involved in a minor mishap at about 2:35 p.m. The Director of Public Relations and Information, Nigerian Air Force, Air Vice Marshal Edward Kapwet, disclosed that the incident occurred at 3.5 nautical miles from Kaduna Military Airfield, involving pilots who were returning from a routine training flight. He, however, said both pilots came out of the crash unscathed. The Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, has directed preliminary investigation to ascertain the immediate cause of the crash. And now the federal government has unveiled a new satellite television service provider, which it affirmed would serve as an alternative to existing ones and satisfy the yearning of Nigerians by giving them value for their money. The secretary to the government of the Federation, SGF, Senator George Akume, made the declaration at the official launch of an indigenous Nigerian satellite television, Silver Lake Television, SLTV, at the Shehu Yaradua Center, Abuja. Akume noted that the establishment of the outfit is in line with the desire of Nigerians to reap from the bountiful harvest awaiting investors in the Nigerian economy. He commended the management of Metro Digital Limited, the owners of the firm, for what he said was their patriotic step in setting up the service. And now to some sports news. In a matter of hours, 2-time world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua is expected to face Cameroon-based Francis Ngannou in a bout that holds a lot to the career of both fighters. For Joshua, it is a career-defining moment, as a loss to the mixed martial art champion will definitely see to him being dumped out of the glamorous fight against fellow Briton Tyson Fury. Vanguard reports that Joshua has expressed his readiness for the fight, with his feelings readiness for the fight with Ngannou. When asked about his feelings heading into the fight, Joshua responded, "Normal. Itching to get in there now, not long left." This fight will be Joshua's fourth in under 12 months. He attributes his success to staying active, stating, "Activity is the key. On your way up, you are active, you are showcasing. Your skills tend to get to the top and it all slows down." When asked about his strategy for the fight, Joshua emphasized his basic boxing ability and the need to be relentless. He said, "Be relentless, really, and don't fold. Be relentless, but me, I'll get the win. Be hungry, definitely." Well, that's all we have for you here on the News and Leadership TV. For more of our news stories, you can log on to the website www.leadership.ng. Many thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last word